There's a video currently making the rounds online. A young lady addressed one of Africa's most prominent businessmen, Mr. Tony Elumelu, simply as Tony, and he immediately corrected her. Now, some people are saying, what's wrong with calling him Tony? Others are saying she should have shown more respect. Let's watch the video.
Okay. Good morning, Tony.
Tony.
I said good morning, Tony.
Okay, no, you won't call me Tony. I'm not those people. You call me Miss Elumelu or Theory. You won't call me Tony or Chairman. That is, I don't subscribe to that kind of Oyibo life, okay? All right.
Good morning, Mr. Elumelu.
Thank
so my
you.
question is, how do you know if you are to keep going?
Welcome back. I think there's a much deeper lesson here, and surprisingly, it has to do with money. Because money isn't just about how much you have in your bank account. Money is also about relationships, reputation, trust, access, and social intelligence. And sometimes the way you treat people can determine whether a door opens for you or closes. You're welcome to Don Success Money Stories, where we don't just tell the story, we find the money lesson inside it. Please don't subscribe. Let's establish something first. I don't think anybody should be insulted simply because they call you by your first name. Different cultures have different ways of expressing respect, and even within Africa, there are different traditions. For many of us, especially in Nigeria, addressing someone as Sir, Ma, Chief, Doctor, Pastor, Professor, Engineer, or by another title isn't just vocabulary. It communicates, I recognize who you are, I recognize your position, I recognize the distance between your office and mine. So when someone prefers to be addressed by a particular title or name, I believe the respectful thing is simply to honor that preference. And that's actually my position on this incident. People should be addressed the way they prefer to be addressed, especially if that makes them feel respected. But here is where it gets interesting. Think about the people who control opportunities: business owners, investors, executives, government officials, entrepreneurs, mentors, customers, partners, employers. None of those people owe us anything. And whether we like it or not, relationships influence money. Imagine two people are equally qualified for a business opportunity. Person A is brilliant but consistently rude, dismissive, and difficult to work with. Now person B is equally competent but knows how to communicate, listen, and treat people with dignity. Who would you prefer to do business with? I know you're already answering that. Most people will choose person B, not because person A is less intelligent, but because people don't only invest money in competence, they invest money in people they trust. That is the money lesson. Money lesson 1, your character can affect your access. There are opportunities you cannot buy your way into. You have to be trusted into them. Someone has to say, I know this person, I can work with them. That is social capital. Your reputation becomes an invisible asset. You may not see it on your balance sheet, but it can make you money. Think about a businessman who has spent 20 years building a reputation for keeping his word. When he enters a room, people already know what to expect. That reputation has economic value. Now imagine someone who has a reputation for disrespecting people, breaking promises, and burning relationships. Even if that person is talented, people become cautious around them, and caution can cost you opportunities. Money lesson 2, never confuse confidence with disrespect. Now let's balance this. Respect doesn't mean becoming intimidated by wealthy people. It doesn't mean that because someone has money, you should worship them. Absolutely not. You can respect someone's achievement without placing them above yourself as a human being. There is a difference between confidence and arrogance. There is also a difference between respect and fear. And there is likewise a difference between humility and inferiority complex. You can walk into a room with a billionaire and still know your own value. But knowing your value doesn't require you to disrespect somebody else's. Money lesson 3, learn the culture of the room. This is probably one of the biggest lessons I would take from this incident. Learn how the room works. If you travel to another country and discover that everyone casually uses first names, you adapt. If you enter a traditional African setting where titles matter, you adapt. If you are meeting a professor, understand the culture. If you are meeting a traditional ruler, understand the culture. If you are entering a corporate environment, understand the culture. This isn't about being fake. It is about being socially intelligent. A financially intelligent person doesn't only understand money, they understand people, because money moves through people. Money lesson 4, don't burn a relationship over your ego. This is a big one. Sometimes people lose opportunities because they want to prove that they are right. You say, but I didn't do anything wrong. Maybe, but ask yourself, is proving that I'm right worth damaging this relationship? Imagine you are negotiating a 50 million naira business deal and you offend the other person over something completely unnecessary. You might technically be right, but you just lost 50 million naira. 50 million. Sometimes financial intelligence is knowing when to say, I understand, no problem. That is not weakness. That is emotional intelligence. But there is another side. We should also be careful not to turn this into, if you want to become rich, respect rich people. No, that is not the lesson. You should respect people whether they have money or not. The security guard deserves respect. The cleaner deserves respect. The receptionist deserves respect. The young entrepreneur deserves respect. The billionaire also deserves respect, because respect should be a reflection of your character, not the size of someone's bank account. And that is important. If you only respect wealthy people, that is not respect, that is networking. Money lesson 5, your reputation is an asset. Here is the lesson I really want you to remember. Your reputation is part of your wealth. You may not be rich today, but start building reputation for keeping your word, being honest, treating people well, showing up on time, paying your debt, doing excellent work, keeping confidential information confidential, giving people credit, and handling disagreements maturely. Because one day somebody may ask, who should I give this opportunity to? And your name may come up. Not because you begged, not because you paid for the opportunity, but because someone said, I trust this person. That is valuable. So, was the young lady wrong for calling him Tony? I think the answer depends on the context and, most importantly, his preference. If someone tells you, please call me this, why fight them over it? Just respect their preference. At the same time, I don't think we should create a culture where wealthy people must be treated like they are untouchable. We can respect people's achievements without idolizing them, and we can maintain our dignity while showing others respect. That is the balance. Here is what I want you to take away from this viral moment. Money is not only mathematics, it is psychology, it is relationships, it is trust, it is reputation, it is communication, it is emotional intelligence, and sometimes it is knowing how to behave in a room. You don't need to flatter powerful people, you don't need to worship billionaires, you don't need to become someone you are not, but learn to respect people, learn to read the room, learn to control your ego, and build a reputation that makes people comfortable putting opportunities in your hand. Because you never know, the person you're speaking to today may be the person who opens a door for you tomorrow. And even more importantly, the way you treat people when you don't need anything from them tells the world who you really are. That is the real money lesson. I am Don Success, and this is Don Success Money Stories, where we don't just tell the story, we'll find the money lesson inside it. If this made you think differently about money and relationships, subscribe, because the next money lesson might be hiding inside another story you thought was just entertainment. Watch this next video to keep learning about how money works.